He's a good father. Ah, God is so good. This man just walked past me while I screamed, God is so good. I think you needed to hear that today. People okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be talking about when I heard from God, how I switched my career in 2 weeks, and everybody loves story times about my experiences with God, my experience changing my career and going to Bible college and everything like that. It's actually a pretty cool story. Like, I don't tell it enough. It's honestly an amazing story that God did in my life, and just what being obedient to God does, and like how hard trusting in God actually is sometimes. You know, what happens after that. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Yes, I'm in my car. Yes, it's a casual video. I don't have coffee. I didn't have time to stop for coffee. I'm in a random neighborhood. Oh, I thought somebody was coming. I'm in a random neighborhood telling you the story. It's very casual. It's very get to know me. It's very personality wise. Because sometimes I feel like in my videos, I'm a little more quieter because I'm in my house and I can't really scream and be passionate. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be telling you about the story of what God did in my life. I'm going to be telling you how he transformed my life in 2 weeks for school. And stay tuned because I'm going to be working on my testimony video this month. You know, like, subscribe, do all that. And let's go on to the video. Okay. So where should I begin? This is the story. So I came to Christ in March 2020. So that surprises a lot of people because people think I kind of like has always been this strong in my faith, or always loved God, or just loving God every second, but that's not true. Yeah, I came to Christ in March of 2020, and you know, I thought a lot of things would change in my life. Like, I knew my friends would change, I knew I would change, but I never thought my career would change, and I never really wanted it to change either. When I came to Christ in March of 2020, my whole life changed. Everything in my life changed, and I will explain this more in my testimony video, but a lot changed in my life, but I never wanted my career to change. I had always wanted to be a high school counselor. Like, ever since I was in high school, I had a really amazing high school counselor, and I really wanted to be one. That was something I really wanted to do. So I applied to my local university in my city to apply for youth care and counseling to become a high school counselor down the road. I was set, I was good. I didn't ask God about it because I already had applied. I was whatever. I didn't feel convicted about it at the time. I was like, I'm just going my own way. It reminds me of the song, like, gotta go my own way. That's the song that it reminds me of. Anyway, so we fast forward. I'm now glorifying God, honoring him. A lot in my life is changing. My friends, my family, my everything, any dynamic, any relation in my life has really changed. And it was about the summertime, about July. I was set, I was good to go, okay? I'm good. Still haven't asked God about my career, still hasn't asked God about my purpose and my plans, still ignoring God about that. I've always had this passion for talking, always had this passion for youth and young adults, and I love talking about the things that people don't really talk about, and that's why I wanted to be a high school counselor, because you could talk about anything with these kids and these youth, and that's why I really wanted to do it. July rolls around, and I'm in my God time, okay? And I'm reading in James. It talks about how in James, when you're a friend of this world, you're an enemy to God. And immediately I got convicted. I was like, what am I getting convicted about? My life's fine. Like, I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? Immediately I turned to my career, and that's something I hadn't really had thought about like in months past. I'm like, why am I thinking about my career? Hold up. Then I really got convicted about how if I was a high school counselor, I'd have to affirm and support a lot of things that I don't agree with and the Bible speaks against. I would have to be in the point in my career where I would maybe have to choose between God and my job, and I didn't want to do that. Also, I wasn't being obedient to God's call for my life. I wasn't using my gifts. I wasn't being obedient. I didn't ask God about my career. I didn't ask God about my purpose. I didn't ask God about this big thing in my life. I just wanted to do my own way. So money was a thing. Being a high school counselor, you get like a pension, you get a good job, you get money, like everything like this. And ministry has never been the most stable job. It has never been the most, you make millions, you know? So that was something I was really scared of because I have really bad baggage with money and just holding on to it too tight. I'm like, well, what am I gonna do? I literally, school was supposed to start in a month. Like, what do I do? So I research all these Bible college. I'm like, oh my goodness, where am I going? Who, what, where? I'm researching all these. And then I'm going through my DMs one day because of my TikTok platform and stuff. A lot of people DM me. These two guys from Vanguard, this Bible college in my city, had DM me, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll check out Vanguard. Check out Vanguard. I love everything they stand for. I love that it's a different theology than mine, so I can learn two different perspectives. I can like declare what my denomination is after. I love this school, like everything about it, and I'm like, something just feels right. So I apply to this. If you're wondering what program I applied for at Vanguard. It was the pastoral care and Christian counseling. I wanted to go into that because it was kind of in the field of counseling that I wanted to go, and it was ministry, and you got to learn a lot about the Lord and theology and get a bachelor's in theology. And I just wanted to wake up every morning and talk about the Lord, and that's why I applied for that course. I didn't really tell lots of people. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna apply to this and see what happens. Again, praying and praying and praying every single night that God would give me a sign. God would show me that this is where he wants me to be. So I worked as a server in the summer, and I was serving these ladies, and there was about 3 ladies. They were kind of older. They didn't really talk much, and they didn't see my tattoo. Because my sleeves were down. They didn't really, they didn't really ask me about God. We didn't really have that conversation. You don't have a conversation about God with every person you see, Anyways, I'm serving these ladies, and when the bill comes around, I realize I'm talking super fast in this video. I'm just really excited. I'm just really pumped. When the bill comes, she says, Katie, I really have to tell you something. I really have to tell you something from the Lord. I have a word from the Lord. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, Katie, I feel like you're not trusting God. I feel like you're not trusting God with your life, with your career. I feel like you're trusting him in certain aspects when it's comfortable for you, but it's not in others. Like, you're procrastinating trusting him. And I feel like it's about university or education and finances. And immediately I start bawling. I'm like, what is this lady talking about? I start crying at the table, by the way. He just walked by while I'm literally screaming about this. Okay. Anyways, I start bawling, I start crying, and I'm like, how did you know that? And she also said in there, this is a very important part. She was like, God's gonna open a door for you, and you have to walk through it. You have to just say yes to him. You have to be obedient to him. And I'm like, okay, God's gonna open a door. God's gonna open a door. Whatever. And so I get home. I check my email, and it is a letter from Vanguard saying, congrats, you've been accepted. And I was like crying. I was like, what, is this where I'm supposed to be? Because this is not a coincidence. This is God. And so I was praying about it. I'm like, God, is this the sign? Is this the sign I've been praying for? I get accepted, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I need to pray about finances. I need to pray about these things, because God, if this is where you want me to be, God, if this is where you want me to be, you will make it happen. And I trust you in that. I canceled my old plans. I started these plans with Vanguard, and I was praying. I was like, and I was still nervous. I'm not going to say I wasn't nervous. I was nervous about making friends. I was nervous about finances. I was nervous about me going into ministry, if that was truly my calling and everything. I applied, and I went, and I went through the door, and the Lord provided. When I tell you the Lord provided, he provided. The Lord opened doors for finances. I got this scholarship that pays for the majority of my schooling. It's all from the Lord. It's not from me. I've done nothing. I have been the one who's been untrustworthy to God, who I haven't trusted him and all this. But then after trusting him, after being obedient to him, after all this, the Lord has provided in abundant ways. Friends, amazing friends, for finances, for school, for everything. So why I'm telling you this, the whole premise of why I'm telling you this is to trust God, whatever that is. And I'm not saying you have to go into ministry. I'm not saying you have to become a pastor, or you have to give your life to ministry or everything to do God's will or to please God. That's not what I'm saying, or to be obedient to God. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is whatever that is, if that's teaching, if that's you want to be a preschool teacher, you want to be an engineer, you want to be whatever you want to be, make sure it's glorifying to God. Make sure that you will never have to be in a job that you have to choose your job over God. Also, why I'm telling you this is to say, hey, look, what happens when you're obedient to God? Everything that you truly need, God will provide for you, that you truly need. I'm not saying he's going to provide millions for you, or he's going to cover everything easily like this. It has not been easy. This has been like a 6-month road of me trusting and being obedient to God, and me going where he's calling to me. The reason why I'm telling you this is because he will provide for you. He will provide your true needs. Be obedient to him and be trustworthy to him. Be trustworthy to him. Trust him is what I'm trying to say, because he is a good father, and he looks after his kids, and his purpose for your life is for you to fall more in love with him each and every single day in whatever you're doing. Give your life to him. Build that relationship with him. Trust him. Be obedient to him. I would make videos in the future talking about how to trust God, how to be obedient to God, how how to have faith in God, because it's hard. It's not easy. But what I'm telling you is it's worth it. It's worth it to put your faith in God and to trust God that he's going to provide, because he will provide, because that is who he is. He is a good father. He's a loving father. He is a father that loves to see his kids rejoice. This is my story. This is what happened. This is how good God is. This is the God we serve. This is the God that loves you, who wants you, and who fully knows you. This is the God who we serve. And how much of a good father is he? He's a good God. He is a good God that provides. And so please rest in that today. Please rest. Please spend time with him. Open your Bible, worship him, talk to him, because he wants you so badly and he wants to talk to you. That is why I'm telling you all this. So I love you guys, and I really hope this story helps, being look what God does when you're obedient to him. Look at how he provides. And God is not this mad God that just wants to point fingers at you and wants to suck the fun out of life. He wants to give you fulfillment. He wants to make you whole. He wants you. It just makes me so excited talking about the Lord. It just makes me so excited because he's such a good God. And so anyways, that is my story. I'm currently at Vanguard, currently attending there. I'm going to be planning on going for 4 years of it. I'll probably do a Bible college vlog soon because it's so fun there. I love it. Getting up every day and learning about the Lord. I 10 out of 10 recommend Bible college. It's great. Is it everybody's call to go to Bible college? No, but I personally love it, and it is my call for my life. Go to Bible college if you can. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love these car, casual, whatever this was, story time. I love it, so I'll probably be doing more in the future. I love you guys, and please, please, please spend time with the Lord today. He wants you. He wants you to read his word. He wants you to learn more about him. How are you going to trust somebody you don't know, right? So you need to get in the word, get in your Bible. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more, making more story times. Comment down below what videos you want to see next, any more story times or any questions you have. I literally have a big list in my phone of videos I want to get done and when they're scheduled. Majority of them have been from the ones you have commented, so don't forget to comment your prayer requests, and I love you guys. Spend time with the Lord this week because he loves you, okay? So, and I love you, so I will see you next time. I really hope I wasn't blurry. Maybe I should have stood this close. This is I don't know if I'm focused. He's a good father. God is so good. Bye guys.